cross over to the news floor. Here's some breaking news.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. You are cutting out of Sports Central right now for breaking news. Let's go up to Mike Rogers on the desk with more info. Mike, what's going on here?
Yeah, hey, we're letting Desmond get situated here before we get to him over this pursuit. We're chasing a chase. It's a stolen car. CHP has been chasing it. It started in the San Bernardino area with CHP units on what is called their copper frequency. Now, of course, did this just come into a dead end right as we come onto the air? We'll have to see. This is CHP Riverside units. Oh, no, there he is. They've still got him under the night sun. I don't know what happened there. I wonder if he cut through. Yeah, he cut through a fence. So you had all these units chasing him, and then they got stuck here because he blew through a fence. So the airship still has him under the light over here. This is a CHP unit. Des, it sounds like you may be ready for us. Blacked out really fast this whole time.
Yeah, we've heard speeds up to 120 miles an hour on the 15 freeway. Look at CHP. So it looked like he went through a dirt lot, maybe a cul-de-sac, like you said, Mike, might have gone through a fence or something, whatever it was. CHP didn't want to follow them, but they did have another unit not too far away, kind of on the periphery, and now it looks like they're going to be the lead unit in this pursuit. They've been driving crazy on the right-hand shoulder on the freeway. We told you about the triple-digit speeds. This is like the polar opposite of the pursuit that we were bringing you earlier this evening with that suspect that was just kind of tootling around the freeways at normal speeds. Definitely not the case with this allegedly stolen, I think we said a Kia SUV. Makes you wonder if the Kia boys are still a thing. We've got blacked out. It's a dark vehicle with no lights on, high speeds, definitely a dangerous one here. It's Riverside PD's helicopter that is overhead right now trying to keep up with this, and CHP on the ground. So a coordinated effort here with a couple of Inland Empire agencies, Mike and Juan.
Yeah, and Desmond.
Coordinated effort here with a couple of Inland Empire agencies, Mike and Juan.
Yeah, and Desmond, we're hearing that there are multiple people inside this car, not just the driver.
Yes, I believe we heard two inside the car. And we were first hearing about this in San Bernardino on the 210 freeway, maybe kind of around the 210 and the 215. And they came southbound 15, and we were wondering if we were even going to catch it because they were headed towards Lake Elsinore and beyond, and then just decided to get off the freeway and double back northbound 15. Got back off the freeway for whatever reason here in the Norco area. At least, traffic is pretty light at this time, but I mean, we've got, the high speed. Some of these streets out here almost function like freeways because you have, 3 lanes, no parking, kind of divided highway type situation. But we know how CHP can be with this. They were talking about spike strips at one point, but I don't believe that was successful, or if they were actually ever even able to throw any out at any point. But there had been some talk of that. But the way the suspect is driving is going to make it very, very difficult to attempt anything like that right now.
Desmond, it looks like are his lights out as well?
Yeah. Yep, the lights are off, so, blacked out here, 75 miles an hour, plus it's a pretty dark vehicle.
So dangerous.
Folks are going to hopefully, have to hear the sirens or see the spotlight overhead to illuminate this vehicle. I mean, look how quickly he's flying by some of these other cars. Here they're just going like 40 miles an hour. This guy's going almost double that right now. So definitely a heightened sense of danger here as we blast northbound on Hamner. We'll be up to the 60 freeway soon and see what their next move is going to be.
And Mike, we have CHP on the ground and the Riverside PD overhead. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, Riverside PD overhead. SkyCal, the only news helicopter over this right now. Riverside PD was recently swapped out by 40 King. I'm sorry, Riverside PD swapped out 40 King not too long ago. 40 King is San Bernardino Sheriff's Department helicopter. They were overhead. They took this down into the Corona area where they started having some communications issues with the Riverside CHP. So Riverside PD's helicopter came and took over. I am listening to, let's see, we've got some other units there. That might be Riverside Sheriff that are just kind of in the area trying to help CHP because it looks like all those CHP units got kind of caught there when he went through that dirt lot and through that fence. So you've got this kind of singular CHP unit that's behind him right now. So Riverside Sheriff is in the area hanging out in case something happens because as we know, CHP's policy is all or nothing. It's theirs or not. Right. So they don't want Riverside to get in it, but they want them to kind of be in the area.
Whoa, no! Oh my gosh. Oh, the officer took that one just a little bit too quickly there. Really surprised that happened. I mean, I wonder if he was trying to coordinate or something there with other units, but that is really going to heighten things, I suspect. I mean, we're talking about, first we were talking about CHP, one of the more aggressive agencies, plus we're in the Inland Empire, and now this suspect just forced one of those, that officers into a crash in the midst of all of this. So very curious how they're going to handle all this, but this is really, really dangerous. Jeez. And I mean, I wonder if the suspect even, saw what happened right behind him there. So now, right now, we just have the helicopter overhead. There's no one directly behind this suspect right now. So this is all of a sudden, this suspect kind of has an advantage being blacked out if they're willing to take this chance right now. The helicopter got their spotlight back on trying to keep up with this one, but that was a pretty bad crash. Single vehicle over the center divider there. Hopefully the officer okay, but the airbags might have deployed. It was fairly serious, definitely disabled.
Mike, when we saw that turn happen, we just saw the replay just seconds ago. Yeah. It looked like the officer was trying to do a pit maneuver.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Did that look like the same to you?
And a bad,
because they were taking it wide.
Yeah, missed the bumper and kind of then hit the center divide. I can tell you the officer just got on the radio and said he's code 4, he's fine, so he's not hurt at all. But I mean that may be what he was trying to do. He may have been trying to take advantage of a turn and catch the pit. And unfortunately just took it too wide, missed the car, and went into the center divide. So now we're in a situation where, as Des mentioned, there's no units behind. It does sound like somebody's trying to catch up. It sounds like they're trying to see if Riverside Sheriff wants it now, since there's no CHP units involved. So,
was that a CHP unit?
Yes, that crashed.
It was,
yeah.
okay.
So here's the thing, though. Riverside
there it is again.
Yeah, on the right side of your screen. See, and he just goes up, hits the sparks, he's okay. But obviously now his car's disabled. They can't continue the chase in that situation. So we'll see if Riverside Sheriff takes it or if they find some more Riverside.
Oh, suspect 2.
Yeah, there we go.
They took the turn too quickly as well. And they might think they're out and running here. No spotlight. Okay, here we go.
Oh, good.
Here's the suspect that is out. Riverside Sheriff. So they're coming in here and they've got the spotlight underneath, but we might be at a used. Well, I couldn't tell if this is thinking a used car dealer, but yeah, a junkyard or something. But here we go, down here in the bushes on this property off Main Street and Limonite. We'll try to follow the suspect here. This was the driver that got out immediately. Didn't even have time to see if the passenger sat in the car and surrendered or if they got out and went somewhere else. But you've got the units out here. Well, they're out here pretty quickly with their flashlights trying to get on the property. And the suspect trying to get over this wall.
Over the
right
wall,
here.
Yep.
And, I mean, boy, looking at a lot of places that they can hide in an area like this, even with the helicopter overhead. I mean, they have the infrared. But if they want to try to get some, I don't know if they can get some ground units to hop in here. But yeah, we're like in a big junkyard
places to
or
hide in there,
here.
though.
Many stacks.
Yeah, a ton of places to evade the helicopter. But he's back up on top. Looks like that's razor wire though. I think.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be. We'll see if he's going to try to jump over that or not. They're kind of having some trouble keeping the spotlight on the suspect, but we still got him right here. Yeah, that is definitely a razor wire. We'll double in here for a second and see the suspect who booked it and hopped all these walls and is now kind of in an obstacle course of junk trying to get away. It's going to be hard to get some ground units in here.
This all coming to the driving end of the portion of the pursuit here, just off Limonite and Bain Street in Harupa. The driver took us on many freeways, actually on the 15 freeway for most of this chase, and then ended up on surface streets and was going really, really fast. I wonder if we can play that tape back again where the officer perhaps was trying to do a pit maneuver while they were making a right turn, and the officer ended up crashing into that center divider there.
There it is.
You will see it right here as they make this right there. The officer goes up on the curb, and the driver that's being pursued just keeps on going. And then all of a sudden, in this darkness, we heard from Desmond that they had pulled over and started running out of his car.
Moments later, Desmond, did he crash as well? We understand that you said something that he may have crashed as well before he started running.
Yeah, I mean, he took that turn way too fast for an SUV, and also had the lights off, and just I don't know, might have just had the adrenaline running too high from what had just happened earlier, and just didn't take that turn well. Could have flipped the Kia, frankly, but didn't. Fortunately for them, was able to get out and run immediately. Last we saw, they were right in this area. We had that tree kind of get in the way, and they were right here in this area. Wondering if they might even be kind of trying to hide underneath these bushes right here, but. Yeah, we've got they've got their spotlight trying to find the suspect, and let's just see, are there even any? Here we got some officers out here on foot now. That'll be out with their weapons drawn, trying to come and find them, but do not have a visual of them here at this second.
Well, and you've got now 2 helicopters overhead. So we've still got Air 1 from Riverside PD and Star, which is Riverside Sheriff's helicopter. So now they're overhead as well. Riverside's taken kind of the wider orbit, and then you've got Riverside PD taking the tighter unit. So ideally, so now you've got units coming through the backyard on foot too. So look, I mean, this guy, he kind of boxed himself in. The junkyard may be a good spot to hide, but he's boxed in by that razor wire. So if he is in that corner hunkered down there, he's not going to have a lot of wiggle room to get out of this, because he's not going to want to climb through that razor wire at all to be able to do that. So we've got units walking up right there. We've got units. Okay, so they Des, it sounds like they do hear him or see him still. Oh, is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, he's laying down.
Here, let's see if we
he's under the tree. He's in the backyard on the left side of the wall.
They might even be making an approach right now. Stand by here as we come to the.
Des, if you can hear me,
now they're kind of walking away here. Oh.
Des, if you can hear me, he is under the tree. He's to the left of the wall, underneath the tree, laying on the ground. So there he is. See him?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Well, they're kind of looking like they're still looking for him here. Yeah, we're still coming around. Might be having a bit of a comms problem here as well, guys. Let me just throw it back to you.
Yeah, no worries, Desmond. So right now, what we've got is Riverside PD helicopter, Riverside Sheriff helicopter overhead, as well as they try to find this stolen car suspect who essentially caused the crash of a CHP unit. A CHP unit slammed into the center divide. That CHP unit is okay. The suspect took off. Nobody chasing him for a period of time until he himself took a turn too wide and crashed, then came running back into this junkyard, if you will, right adjacent to a home. Now you've got Riverside Sheriff's deputies as well as Riverside PD and CHP here now, all trying to get this guy. I think, Des, did you say you're back with us?
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, they're all kind of like looking up in the trees right here with their weapons pointed up there. So I wonder if he, hopped into the tree there from the top of that wall. I mean, boy, the authorities managed to work their way in here pretty quickly. It was kind of a complicated thing to get in here, but they came right through the backyard off of Bain Street and Limonite with the aid of the two helicopters, and it certainly kind of looks like they have the suspect pinned down in this area. We never saw him come out of the area, but maybe up in this tree, and hopefully just trying to kind of coax him down and bring this madness to an end.
And Des, it does sound like the airship has eyes on him. I think he's kind of pinned in between the wall somewhere, right along the side of that. It's kind of what they were talking about. I mean,